and us. What we should do is to take the opportunity that when him done say we must say, when him done say we tell lie, and him done talk, we then say, okay, let me talk now. And you then debunk point by point, as Marcia was saying earlier. You say we need to be in the hospital, but indeed, we have built a brand new wing, a brand new children's unit at Western Hospital. That is a fact, not a lie. We are now being totally restructuring the Cornwall Regional Hospital. That's a truth, that's a lie. He went on to talk about overspending. Let's educate him. You talk about overspending, caution. Let me explain what is happening. Initially, what was reported at Cornwall Regional Hospital, when the expert goes in to assess the report and to see what was done, when the work actually started, it is realized that it is more than what it was said to be. There are structural issues, and as such, the technocrats would have looked at it and said, instead of dealing with that obvious problem that were there, let us do a major upgrade of the hospital in its entirety, because there are other issues. And in so doing, let us just upgrade it altogether. It's like building a new hospital. As such, we move on.
Maestro, I don't know why. Maybe say something. You say everything what you want to say right now. Caution aware of these things.
I am not, even notice, Sam, I am not talking to Caution. If you notice my statement, I said I am talking to the other people here. That is what I want you to do. Don't address them. We know what they're coming with. Take the opportunity to address the people in the chat, in the For You page, who want to understand.
Okay.
The people who are message me in my inbox and I say, why would not always see like enough to argue the people when they know say I lie the matter? We want to hear what is happening. When you guys are talking about what is happening, you allow them to come and make you stop talking and start arguing with them. That is what I want us to stop doing.
All right. For myself, 1 second. All right. I'm completely 100% concurring and agreeing with you, sir. So since as we were on the same, I'm doing the same thing like you. I want to just read what I the same Google where we catch and I ask about if I see him Google what I talk about the Samoa agreement, farmer name was the Cotonou agreement. You know that? The Cotonou agreement. And it's a simple little passage to read that summarizes what the Samoa agreement says. And I'm reading. The Samoa agreement is based on 6 key priorities: human rights, democracy and governance, peace and security, human and social development, inclusive, a sustainable economic growth and development, environment sustainability and climate change, and migration and mobility. That is the 6 key points that the Samoa agreement deals with. I don't know what Caution and the rest of the Orange Army is talking about. But every time I hear me say, I wonder, me go back and read it again. So what me not see?
Me one pastor come out and talk about it too, you know. That's why I talk about the church. Me see one pastor make one video upon it. But the school and teach the kids them homosexual or something like that. I saw a video of that. So I guess that's where he might allowed to that the church
all right,
is
Sam. Good, Sam, and clean green. So let us discuss now.
Good.
So they now are claiming that the government are imposed upon the pitney them to teach homosexuality in school. Let me ask a question. Do we have a law in Jamaica that permits homosexuality?
No.
No, we don't.
We have a booger law, but we don't have a law specific that speaks to homosexuality.
Exactly.
Do we have a law? Do we have a law that promotes same-sex marriage?
No, we do not.
We do not. So therefore, there is no way.
However, but it's not. What makes it illegal? Because since we don't have the laws, is it just that on a morality issue that are just not acceptable within
Hold
our
on,
society.
Philippian.
But we have a
Let's
boogery
not mix up
law.
morality with law.
We have a
No,
boogery
let's not
law
mix up.
that prevents against homosexual. So we have a law that prevents what against it. So it's not legal in Jamaica. So we have a law there for that.
Good. So
We don't have a
therefore,
law that allow it. We have a law that prevent it.
therefore, that being said, there is no way the government will go and sign an agreement that will say we have to now teach, but we have to allow. No, we can't do that because no agreement can override our constitution, and our
Exactly.
constitution does not allow for that. So if we read, we have to read to understand. We don't have to read to just think say that is what been said, and that is why we need to educate ourselves because when quote unquote persons who are seeking to gain office within the political sphere, they will walk and they will blur the lines to allow for supporters have a belief so it gains support on their side.
Exactly.
Right? And we know how to explain it to let people understand from a law perspective, from a lawful perspective, what can happen and what just cannot happen under law.
And also, the Prime Minister alone can sign one piece of paper for allow anything. We're allowed to.
Exactly. No
Thank you very much.
one
Bigger
minister,
than that. No
near the
one.
prime minister, can sign no agreement that allow none of those things. Second of all, right? What them are trying saying, you see the same thing where they pull on Edward Siaga, then trying to pull it on Andrew. Then trying to put in the public head that Andrew somewhere secretively allow it to be teaching in the school without public knowledge then. So it's as if they must say he sneak into the school without public knowledge. So you have it a teach in the school. I don't know how they put their head around that to figure that you can sneak something in the school. Something like that in the school.
Do
But
we
that's
even
what
have
they
any
putting
sexual,
into
any
the people
sexual
head
symbols in
as
our
if
curriculum?
Andrew sign this secret agreement and don't let the massive know about it. Don't let the Jamaican people know about it and implement it into the school. So may I say then want to the teachers who are teaching. Then the
Sam,
teachers
Hello?
them
We there?
let me say one thing to you, see. The only
Yeah,
person who
break
we
up
know
Sam.
in Jamaica that does anything secret and Jamaica don't know about it is Peter Phillips. When he signed that secret MOU, that even Prime Minister didn't know about it. We don't work like that. The JLP has never operated like that. We're we're so transparent, it hurt. It be transparent until it hurt. I tell you, we're
but that's
our
what them are trying
governance,
to
we
do.
always look at our government, our governance is always transparent. And sometimes it bring we down, but we not care. We are taught truth because people we are dealing with.
So
We are dealing with the people's
that's what
business.
me I say. That's their intent. They trying to get the massive to hate the
To
prime
think
minister.
all kind of things. Yes. And the
So
only, I say to them, say, the only
The
person
only thing
that
is
I
just to
know
influence elections,
that has ever done that is Peter Phillips with that secret MOU that caused that chaos in Jamaica in 2010.
And I 18 years to get rid of Bruce Golding.
Of course, that's the tricky use and get rid of. So we now go sit down and making then pressure on Edward Siaga and then trick Bruce Gordon. So we are what? They
well,
can't touch Andrew Holness because we not go allow
at
it.
that them a do. At that them a do with Andrew. Them
That's what
a
they're trying to
try
do.
demonize him. Them a try people panning and them a talking and them a say, Nathan, my picnic, and that him a do with my picnic. So them a put this thing in their head for hate the man. As if the man sneakingly carry this thing into the school. That's their whole intention. You know? Cause people people that one that say, oh me not hear about it. Oh me not know about this. So they might give people the impression as if it's a secret that he bringing all on his own into the school. So you know me I say,
Remember, say a lot of people like to listen and don't like to read. So anything when they hear about 100 people,
exactly.
they run with it.
Then
So
go with it.
which party out there are advocate for the Bovril law for change, to support homosexual? Alisa now out there advocate for them change the Bovril law for accommodate homosexual then.
I heard about it, I don't know about it. I heard the talk still, I don't know.
Yeah, she bring it up in parliament.
And I
Hello,
never
listen.
hear him say.
Remember, remember when Booth Golden was prime minister, he was asked on an international program about having homosexual, and he said not in my cabinet.
Yeah.
Portia Simpson Miller capitalized on that during a debate to say that her administration will be revisiting the Buggery law, right? And as such, it gained her traction, coupled with other things, as we said, with the secret MOU that Peter Phillips signed, yes, to oust Bruce Golding, yes. Now they are trying similar things here. They will agree with something for political expediency, yes, but personally they don't support it because when they formed government in 2012, they didn't follow through on Portia Simpson's promise. They didn't, because the Buggery law is still there. Not even a document tabled in Parliament about it. So they will do and say a lot of things that they are saying now that they will do. Believe me, Jamaican people, if you are seeing what the Prime Minister is doing, you're seeing what this government is doing, it is time
Staying whole
what we
plan.
are at the people and we are neglecting people. We are not doing anything and they will do. But history will show that when they get the chance, they do nothing that they say they would have done. They would have done nothing. So this is what I'm saying to people. Look for yourselves. See for yourselves. Read. The information is there when you listen to labor rights talk, because I encourage labor rights all the time. Right? Philippian is here. We would have a list of things that the government has done and where you can go and validate what she said. The PNP will come on the platform and they will say that the PNP is going to do this. When you ask them, show me where you find that, they are telling you we should go and do the research. That clearly tells you that they have no basis. They
Yeah.
have no basis. So we must reason with understanding, and that's why we are not going to get caught up with them to argue with them about their lies and their propaganda. We are going to put to you the truth and the fact and let you yourself see for
But
yourself who is the one that has the country interest of heart. Whether it's the government in what it is doing now or the People's National Party with its baseless, with their baseless arguments and promises. That's
Maestro,
what we are doing.
just to say, the school is a public institution, and there are how much thousand school there in Jamaica? I don't know the exact amount, but I think a few thousand school there in Jamaica, right? With hundreds of thousands of students from all ages, right? So you want to tell me now, say, all of these parents, there's a hundred thousands of parents, to all of these parents of these kids, and all of these 25,000 teachers that teach in the school, can identify where there is these lessons that teaching the kids. Now I teachers are teaching lessons, right? And the very teachers cannot come out and say, I could identify where this is being taught in school. This is being taught in school because I teach this particular lesson out of the whole 25,000 teacher. No teacher can come out and say that. No parents can come out and say, yes, because there is a lesson in my child book that saying these things or whatever. The whole teaching ministry cannot come out to say none of these things.
Simply
So
meaning there's no proof.
there is simply no proof, brother. And hundreds of thousands of people that me just talk about this just now, and nobody could come out and say yes. Yeah, man, can see the proof there, see the lesson here.
Or maybe them
And the
sign
teacher
some
can say, boy,
some
yes, you see the
secrecy deal
lesson
with
here me
with
teach
the
you yesterday.
pupils them.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, but tell
To
us
So
what
what
something.
them
you're
a
saying,
run on with? You want to tell me
and
say
to
the
what
whole
you're
of the
saying,
teacher
sir,
them, the whole of the
and
teacher them are playing secretive, and the whole of the
and,
parents them are playing secret?
and to what you're saying,
And
sir.
learn this.
Hold on, may I
And
come to man. And to what you're saying, sir. We see where if anything like that was being done, it would be called out. Because similarly, we have a
gone blank, Papa.
But I think he's about to say the exact same thing that I was
Yes.
Who
about
would
to say.
have been upset to say, why are we involved in president politics? So there is there is the capacity that if it were that the government was imposing a particular subject matter on students in school, it would have come out. So
Long
you're quite
time.
right. It would have
Long
come out.
time,
So
brother.
it clearly shows that this is baseless.
So
Baseless.
much people couldn't have been hypocrite. So much people couldn't want side with this thing for so much thousands of
Hey,
people
Right.
kill them.
Mark, you were saying something,
It
Mark.
impossible.
Yeah, I was basically saying what I think because you went blank for a moment here, but I think it's the same point you were trying to make. That with the persons now at the helm of the JTA, and everybody who have sense knows that these people at the helm of JTA, and more so the new one appointed now, is in line with the People's National Party. That would be public from months and years ago. You understand?
Long time.
That would be out in the public a long time ago. So the mere fact that nobody can talk about it means that is absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
Absolute
Total
nonsense. And one of the
garbage.
things I want people to realize, and I want people to bear this in mind, when people are repeating rhetorics and repeating statements that are unproved, learn this. As it relates to our laws, there are certain laws that we have that no one party can stand up in parliament and change them. Things like buggery law and those things, no one party can do it, because if that
Cannot.
was possible, it would have been done in and out. One come impose it, one come ban it. It would have been like a football all over parliament. Believe me.
thank you.
So the mere fact that nobody is even willing enough to take it on. Lisa Hanna discreetly suggested it. But none of them will take it up. The backlash that it will have from the populace is one, and also no one party can change it. No one party can change it. There have to be a consensus between both parties. So who want talk can go and talk. Same way, or you hear opposition talking about nonsense about the government changing this law and the government doing that and the government doing that. And they well know that it cannot be done without their approval. They know that at least
I,
one senator need to sign off onto these laws for it to be passed. They know that. As you mentioned, that's what the Senate. The
a
Senate is so
referendum that
powerful.
would have to go to.
That's what I'm talking about. At least one senator of the opposition need to vote in favor for laws to be passed. It doesn't matter what it is.
It's not even the MPs that do
Thank
laws.
you.
The senators.
Oh,
Hey, you know what I get to
that is
understand?
so.
Let me just say something. You know what I get to
The
understand?
upper house and the lower house plays a role in the passing of laws. Both houses, so the Senate and the House of Representatives.
What I get to understand, what are we talking about now? We're talking about gays and Bovril laws and something. They have a plan of distraction that should distract you from the message and the good things that going on in Jamaica. For we to start talking about all these things.
Exactly, you're
There's wrong
Yeah, we
with
correct.
don't
that.
need to spend no time on this for real. Yeah, we don't need
Yeah,
to spend
let's
no time on this.
switch and talk about the
Because
achievements for
this
real.
is not the thing. As a matter of fact, I'm just reading in the Observer a while ago on my phone,
You're
and
so
I'm
correct.
hearing. I don't know what hit Mr. Marky British brain at this whatever conference he was at
No, not even
recently.
that,
He
Mark.
has he has come out for that.
Mark.
Yeah.
No,
Mm-hmm.
not even that. Remember, we are talking about achievements. We're not talking
Yeah.
about them.
All right, go ahead. Which is right. Which is right.
Come
Which
on, get
is
back
right.
per message, man. Get back per message, man.
Yeah, we're not pretending
And
nothing to
this chat, I'm
them.
gonna try this chat with we
Yeah.
talk about certain things where you're not relevant.
Which is right. Which
You
is
see, you
right.
know, so them scatter now.
Currently, within the we have
Maestro, you say something?
Mike, low maestro.
yeah, you hear me?
You're
Very
so
Currently,
clear.
far away from the mic.
hear me? Are you guys hearing me?
No, you're
No.
far. You're sounding far away.
Are you hearing me now?
It's a bit muffled.
Bit better.
The sound
Still far
very
away. Still
low.
far away.
Maybe your
It
headphones, if you use
sounds
headphones or something like that.
distant.
Hear me now?
Are you talking through a headphone?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Alright. What me I try to say is we are currently on a watch or a hurricane. And then that developed Berry is moving towards us and is a record breaking hurricane, the fastest hurricane to reach category 4 after being developed. Now look, our government would have taken hands to ensure that we have an insurance policy to mitigate against natural disaster so that we face this hurricane, which is a category 1, will continue to face that season. I'm quite certain it will hit us greater than Gilbert. Now you see, we can now put preparation in place, but have the added comfort to know that should this hurricane hit us and create damages, we will not have to now borrow internationally. We can plan for insurance so we all get. So the country now go find itself now burden under added debt to recuperate should in case we face a catastrophe. And this is about a government thinking ahead. Not thinking. You understand? So this is what we are trying to prove to our government
I remember
operate.
when Nigel Clark announced that we have an insurance policy for natural disaster where we have ready money to draw down right away without
What's the
having to
amount
borrow.
again? You remember the amount?
No, I don't remember, but I
I
count
don't
couple
remember the amount. I don't remember.
billion well.
But it's got some
I
billions.
don't
I don't
remember.
remember how much billions.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I remember that statement when he made a public announcement that we joining a insurance where cause we always get hit by storm and flooding and
I think
a
it's
hurricane and all
the
these
Guys
budget.
things.
in the chat say
The company
500
is Japan.
million.
The company is in Japan.
You know, that's like a health insurance. It's like a death or a health insurance. When you fall sick, you don't have to worry about nobody. Your health insurance take care of you. You're dead, your insurance bury you. That was such a good thing. The country in a so much better position, man. I don't know what's wrong with PMP. And then the term, you know. God
No,
almighty.
because when you tell them about the hospital, them, you hear what I'm saying? Say so much you know I got spend. Spend as much as the hospital them want.
If you take 100 billion for fix it right, fix it and done. But you know what they might try it with? They might try to twist people mind. It's all about a mind
Thanks,
game them playing with
Bertie.
people.
Thank
When
you.
they talk like that, they put it in people's mind as if the government is swiveling the money off in their pocket. That's what they're trying to put into people's brains. You know? That's all they might
All
try to
right,
do.
so all right, I have. Sorry to interrupt you, Sam. I have some figures for that insurance. It's actually a catastrophe bond that the government signed with the World Bank, and it's an amount of 150 million US dollars. 150 million US dollars. A catastrophe bond.
Okay.
Okay. How much money that? When
Yeah,
it
man, that's
change it into
some
Jamaican,
billions of dollars.
couple billion, couple billion
That's
Jamaican
billions of
dollar.
dollars. Yeah.
You see?
But we just need to do what we need to do in preparing and getting our houses in order and make sure that we keep on telling the people the positive and what really is happening. And trust me, it's a lot. It's even up to this week. I am getting information, messages, and a lot of things. Some of these things I didn't even know. I went on the Jamaica Labour Party's website that's talking about things done by the JLP from going back as far as 1938. And when you realize, I realize I've always been hearing that it is the Jamaica Labour Party that has built the most schools. And I came across it when I was reading through that in the 60s, Buster built some 50 secondary schools. 50 secondary schools, and before that, I'd built a series of primary schools. There was a campaign that he
I
went
think it
on
was 88.
in building primary schools. No man, that's way before that. The 50 schools were built in the 60s.
I'm going to read
Oh, okay.
about what's his name, Shearer, you Shearer. That what's his name, Rim Chen said about you Shearer. I'm going to find it. Can continue. I'm going to try and find it about building schools. I think he posted it. Oh yeah, I found it. He posted it on his birthday, and he said, open quote, every Jamaican deserves the best possible education, end quote. 60 schools built during his tenure. Primary capacity increased to 100%. Secondary to 70%. Biggest expansion ever. U Lawson Shearer. And he was born in May 1923, died July 2004, Jamaica's third prime minister. Yeah, but Wayne Chen posted this. Yeah,
I think I came
I
across
know,
that sometime ago
Wayne
for real.
Chen is a historian. He posts only facts. So it would appear that it was under Shearer tenure as prime minister that the most schools were built in Jamaica. That's what you get from it.
And the largest economic growth that you always hear people like Chaps and think they're always talking about it was under Hugh Lawson Shearer also.
Right.
The largest economic growth was under Hugh Shearer also.
Being 18%, 18 point something percent. I think it
was during that time. It was during that time that oh Lord, what's his name from
Singapore?
The
from
delegation
Singapore, right? From Singapore.
Lee Kuan Yew.
But it was just it wasn't just Singapore. There were other delegations.
Other countries came also.
Other countries came. Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
The Singapore Prime Minister said Michael Mann they are seek socialists while they must seek development.
He said Manley chose the wrong model.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the reality is that Jamaica, a young country, just gained independence just on her young feet as an independent country, still in the infancy stage, though it was doing well economically. It could not become a socialist state, a welfare state.
No.
You needed to educate the people. Yes, give them some kind of welfare, but don't, give them handout then. But educate your populace that them can also produce for the country and for themselves.
Educate them.
We were never ready. We are still not ready. It is because of socialism why we are still near to not yet a first world country.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Look, let me tell you something. The tax in Cuba is at 50%. Cuba is still not a developed country. A lot of the Scandinavian countries, even European countries like England or the UK, they have